All right. Well, I am Amanda,
And I'm Brian, and
and
we're the
we're the
WV
WV
Gamers.
Gamers.
Does not work as well when we're not sitting beside each other.
No.
So tonight we are going to do a playthrough of an upcoming Kickstarter called Skeptics, and we are joined by the designer of the game, Jon Usiak,
Hello.
and his friend Erin. Correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, in this game, we're going to be playing against a ghost that's not going to be has not been seen by many people yet. So this is kind of a sneak preview for a lot of people. We will have a lot more videos going up, showing off more of the gameplay. But tonight, you get to see us go against a harder ghost. So first off, I guess Jon, tell us a little bit about kind of how Skeptics came to be.
Oh, wow. Well, Aaron actually played the game before this that didn't go well. So actually, it started with a fantasy game I made, and it was going to be way too expensive to create. So my buddy, he suggested make a horror game, something about ghosts. So I developed a card game, and then when that went kind of terribly wrong, Aaron remembers. And then I sat with my buddy Kurt, and we came up with this ghost idea. And then I was just, I just had so many ideas already that night, like a mix of like Clue and Elder Sign, Killer Doctor Lucky, just a couple other games. And I mean, eventually, like 5 years in the making, you should see the first board. It was a square, and it turned into this. But in my obsession, I love Poltergeist. The movies in the 80s, The Changeling was a big influence on this Alfred Hitchcock. So, yeah, there weren't too many games about ghosts either. And I felt it was something different.
All right, I think that bought me enough time to get the rest of the board set up.
Can I just say a disclaimer? The shadow here is not the updated artwork. So you will see that on the Kickstarter page, the updated version.
But yeah, beyond that, pretty much everything should be pretty close to final, pending any little manufacturing issues that come up. But yeah, so this is everything. We'll talk about some other little nuances with the Tabletopia version versus the physical game, but I guess let's go ahead and get into it. So the goal of the game is basically you all are paranormal investigators, and you have been investigating different sites for some time now, but never really come across any concrete proof that the paranormal entities actually exist, ghosts. And there's a lot of people out there that are very skeptical, and you really want to prove them wrong. And so you've caught wind of some haunting in a place in this asylum that we're going to be investigating, a shadow of sorts. And based on the rumors that you're hearing, there's something different about this. Maybe this is finally going to be the one that's going to give you the evidence to prove all those skeptical people wrong. So, our goal of how we're going to be tackling this is we are going to be focused on the ghost card over here. You'll notice that on the ghost card there are these little different icons. Our job as investigators is to complete the investigation and find those bits of evidence that shows that provides us the proof that we need. And what we'll be doing is grabbing the little blue cubes and placing them on them as we are completing those bits of investigation. We're not going to talk about how that's going to happen. We'll kind of just naturally flow into that when we get to that part of the game. We'll talk about a couple of the very basics during the first turn, but honestly, we're just going to kind of uncover things throughout the game as we get to them and not front load this too heavily with rules. So, any comments anybody wants to make before we go?
I just want to say I really enjoy this game. Like, Brian and I got this game from a demo company that we're a part of, IGA, and it was one of the playtest games, and we tried it out, and Brian's like, "You've got to try this because you're going to love it because it's paranormal." I'm like, "Okay, we've got to try this." And I really, really love it.
Thanks. Oh, but the game will not come with the square characters in the entrance. They'll come with the characters that Brian's moving around right now. The only reason is if you use the long ones, and if you rotate the camera at a different angle, they get these weird blocky things on them. So we resorted to these smaller ones for the Tabletopia.
Yeah, so for the most part, this is what you're going to see, just won't get those squares. So I've gone ahead and set everything up. So depending on how many players you're playing with, the game will start off with a few setup things. We removed 11 of the room cards for a 4-player setup. There'll be 3 special items in play, which we'll talk more about those a little bit later. But there were a total of 6 initially, so we threw out half of those, so they give us a different loadout. And each time you play the game, you can play with different items. Each ghost has recommended items, but you're free to play with whatever loadout you would like. So to start things off, so I can go ahead and explain the different actions, I'll start off, and we'll just kind of go from left to right based on these little standees at the bottom. So blue player will go first, which is myself. So on my turn, I have different actions, and I have these little player reference cards, and everybody can go up here and grab one if they would like one. Basically, on your turn, you have 3 actions. I'll call them action points to not confuse them a little bit. So basically, on your turn, you have 3 action points to spend to take 3 actions, essentially. And they can be the same action used over and over or whatever is valid. So the first thing I'm going to do is use one of my actions to move. That's just moving between the section of the room you're in to another section or across the threshold to another room. You'll notice there is a little blue symbol here on the board where I'm at. If I want to, I can perform a search action, rolling dice, to try to get that symbol. This is what's called basically performing a search. And if I'm successful and get that symbol, I will flip this little token over and take whatever it is. There are 4 things it could be. There could be nothing there, meaning you thought there was some evidence there, but there was nothing to be found. There could be an item, which is a reusable asset throughout the game. A special item, which is a one-time use powerful item that we'll show those whenever they come out. And then finally, clues. Clues are going to be what we're going to need to collect to be able to prove that the shadow that we are searching for exists. I'm going to leave that one on the board for now, and I'm going to move on to the next 3. So that is using my second action to move in here. And what I'm going to do is the third action option that you have. It is the unlock action. It works the same way as the search action, where you take 3 of the green dice with the little keys on them, and you're going to roll them. Your goal in this case is I'm going to go down to the southern door, which I need 2 keys to come up. Each key die has a 50% chance of a key coming up, so let's see how I do. I did not do as well as I hoped. That door remains locked, but had I had actions left, I would be able to re-roll the non-keys, or if I was doing a search action, the non-matching symbols. And you'll see that a lot over the course of the game, but that is everything I can do, and we'll talk more about the other actions as we come upon them. John, it's over to you.
Yep, I'm green. So I'm going to use move. So I'm going to go here. And I am actually going to try the search. So I'm going to grab 3 clue dice here. Everyone starts with 3. And all I need to do is get an eyeball. And eyeballs are the easiest. They're 50-50 on the dice. And I did well. And that was my second action. And now I can take this token and flip it over. And there is nothing here. Perfect way to start the first token.
Well, I mean, if there was something there, don't you think someone would have found it by now?
Yeah, right on the desk, right, yeah. People haven't been here in a while, though. And for my third and last action, I'm going to move again here. And if you notice, too, there's brackets that show you what spaces you can move to, like on these the lines. So that's what I did. And my turn is done.
All right, over to yellow player. Amanda, is that you?
Yes. Well, I will go 1 movement, 2 movements, and I'm going to attempt that lock that Brian could not do.
So she's going after the southern lock looking for 2 keys.
Hi,
She
got
got
it.
Now, a special thing that happens when you unlock a door, you get a free movement that allows you to pass through the door you just opened, not spending one of your actions.
And her turn is done.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So, Erin, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move in here for my first, second movement. And then I'm going to try to open the top door, which looks like I need 2 keys.
2
Yep.
keys, yep.
There you go.
And I did not get, so that was my third action.
All right. All players have now taken an action. So what happens at the top of the next round, or at the end, whichever way you want to look at it, the clock over here will advance forward 15 minutes. Now, once it gets up to midnight, something interesting is going to happen, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, it's a new round. Everything kind of continues as normal. I think I'll leave Amanda to that bottom room, and then I'll talk about what she's probably going to do down there on her turn. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go through this northern door here. And I do manage to get the 2 keys needed. That was my first action. I freely move through, and I'm going to try rolling an eye on this ice up here. So I'm going to do a search action. I power roll it like John earlier.
Yeah.
That was not happening in some of
We're
my
going to need
buildings.
those power rolls later.
Yep, I'm going to spend them all now. All right, so our first clue has been revealed. At the top of the board, there are 7 clues. As we uncover them, what we're going to do is grab one of these little typewriters, place it in wherever the clue flipped up, and take that little clue token off of there because we don't care about it anymore. And now we're going to flip over that clue card, placing this little typewriter there to show that that is the clue card that's associated with that. And basically, the next set of actions that you can take to finish out these clue cards are solve actions. And they work exactly like your search actions, but they're called solve because there are some... Uh-oh, we lost somebody. Because the way that actions work, and there's different items that benefit search action, a solve action, or a prove action, which we'll talk prove here in a bit. But basically, otherwise, it is treated just like a search action. So even though there's a lot going on the player reference, gameplay-wise, it's going to work exactly the same.
Can I read the clue card?
Go for it.
Okay, the clue card. While you are searching, you hear several eerie sounds and ghostly wails. You feel under pressure trying to find evidence of the supernatural.
Yeah, nobody reads those flavor texts. I'm so glad you did.
Amanda always does.
I do.
When people read those, it just adds to the atmosphere.
Amanda will, and throughout the night, she will try different accents, for better or worse.
Usually
All right,
worse.
so I did a unlocked move in here for 1 action. Found that for 2. I'll talk about that symbol a little bit later because I'm not gonna try to solve that because I don't think I could do it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a search on this other marker that's in the same room with me where I need a camera and an eye.
And you got it.
I got it. I'm gonna flip it over. I get the first item.
Nice, we're getting 3 different things in a row. Perfect for the demo here.
Exactly. So before I move away from this room, you'll notice this little token, unlike some of these others, is actually a token that moves. This is because, like I said earlier, you're going to play the game with 3 special items. Now, those items are actually entirely optional. If you wanted to play the game without special items to make the game a little bit harder, you would simply not place those little special item tokens that are in the game, which we haven't found any, and then you would just take this little search marker and just simply not place it. So, and those are randomized. You can shuffle them up. There's a number of them included, but give a little variety to however you set up the game.
The core game, it's 3 special items maximum.
Right.
So there's not enough. Like if anyone's like, "Oh, I want to play with 6," I didn't make 6 special item tokens. 3 max.
Right. Okay. So I found an optic camera. This is great. So what this will allow me to do is once per turn, gain 1 free solve or prove action. So that means I don't have to use an action, one of my actions on my turn to use that. So, I have it. I'm in a room with a clue. There's no reason not to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin that item. And again, it's reusable. You'll have it until you either drop it or give it to another player. So I'm going to perform a solve on this clue up here. Now, what this little symbol is, the red symbol is telling me I must get all 3 of those rolls, or all 3 of those symbols, in a single roll. Doesn't mean I can't re-roll again. I just cannot lock dice in between rolls. So I have to get 2 eyes and a camera. Is that what man, that's what I just rolled. I doubt I'll get that again. I got the inverse of that. So if I had re-rolls available or actions left, I would be able to re-roll those. I don't have it, so that's the end of my turn.
And it's me. So if you're going north, Erin, I'm going to go south. And I got 1 key, and I need 2, so what I could do is save this die and roll these. And I missed.
Oh no!
And I got the door, but my turn is over. All right. So now it's Amanda's turn.
Okay, so I am in the office, and the office has the magnifying glass, so I can claim one of the magnifying glasses. Oop, sorry, Bella. That will give me some perks. What are the perks, Brian? Or John?
When you take a magnifying glass, it basically gives you 3 uses of that item. What that item does is allows you to grab an additional blue die, basically for any of your actions that require the blue dice. So in the actual physical version, you'll rotate that around to show whatever number of them that you have left. However, what we're doing in the digital version is we're grabbing one of these little tokens and just covering up how many ever uses we have left. So we'll just put that little token around it. But she can only carry 1 of those unless she has an item that says otherwise. But she can always come back here and perform the pick up item action to pick up another one to replenish that one or to get a brand new one. There is no limit on how many are here. It's just each investigator can only carry 1 anyways. And so that is basically allowing us to touch on the action 5 on the reference sheet, which is pick up, give, exchange an item. The give and exchange, it works exactly how you think. Be on the same space as somebody and you can swap items around.
Or take.
You can also drop items for free. All right. So that was 1 action, Amanda.
Okay. Let's take a look here. And because I have that, I can attempt to do this clue here, where I need 2 eyeballs and 2 cameras. So I will take that extra blue die.
What?
2 eyes and 2 cameras.
Did you want to go a little further about the magnifying glass, Brian?
I'm sorry, what?
It's good for the whole icon set. Like if she missed, like she doesn't have to put a marker down on number 2. Putting in number 3, it's good for the whole set until you switch to another action or another icon set.
Yep.
You can explain that more when it gets there.
Yep. And I got an item. So let's see what I got.
All right. Nice.
Trying to lay it down. I got the key ring. I can add 1 key die to my inventory.
So yeah, permanently she has 4 dice to roll as long as she has the key ring in her possession. The magnifying glass only works on the blue dice. I just want to clarify that. That does not allow you to pick up extra green dice.
Okay. So 1 action was a magnifying glass. 2 was solving that. I'm going to attempt the unlocking the room.
All right. You do have the key for it.
Mm-hmm.
And also one clarification, using the magnifying glass once you have it in your possession is a free action. Wow, power rolled that.
Woohoo!
Now you get to go into the very tight room.
Yes, I'm just gonna hang out right here. I'm actually in room 18, but I'll just hang out there so people can see in the room.
Nice. All
Wow.
right, all of your actions.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna try to open the door again. Let's see if we're. Okay, so I can hold on to that one. And there we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Woohoo!
And I'll move that little token out of your way. And you can move on in.
And so that was one. So that was my 3.
That's right.
Actually,
2, right?
You only rolled. Yeah, you only rolled one.
She missed the door the first time.
Yeah, but when she got it through it, she passed
Oh,
through.
yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. That's one more. So I'm not gonna do the one in the hall just because that has the timer. Which, if you see this red icon with a clock, if you don't roll it on the first try, you collect a time token, and I believe if you get 3 of those, it moves the clock up 15 minutes before it would normally go around. So
Yeah,
I'll try.
Brian, want to explain that further, or do you want to wait on the clock?
Yeah, we can go ahead and explain it further. So basically, every time you try an icon set that has that little symbol, every time you fail it, you will have to advance the time. Well, you'll take one of these little tokens and place it somewhere. We usually place it on the ghost card. And yes, once you get 3 of those, that player's turn ends immediately and the clock goes forward. Now, I can't remember, because it doesn't happen that often. Does it basically go back to the first player's turn in the turn order? Is that how that works?
No, whoever's turn it is. So if it's the last player in turn and they get the third timer, they end their turn, it goes up 15 minutes. And it goes up 15 minutes again at the end of their turn. So if it goes to ghost, the midnight, you do that really quick. It goes up 15 more minutes, and then you lose the ghost, which we get to in a bit. The timer can get complicated, but it's all in the rules, clarified.
Yeah, a lot of times when you strategically handle it, you don't see it come up too often unless you're getting pressed on time.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have one more, I'm going to try to open this door over here. Just see if I can get 2. And I did not. No.
Now she moves the clock.
Top of the hour, or top of the turn order, comes back around to me. Let's see. So I'm up here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and try for this clue. It's only 2 eyes and a camera. So let's try for it. Get that die out here so I don't accidentally roll it. A reroll. And that was my... I'm going to say that was my free action, so this is my first action for a reroll. What was this?
Nope, you can't save dice from the clue.
Huh?
You can't save the dice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one I couldn't save the dice. That's right. I forgot which one I was looking at. Let me just re-roll those 2 real quick, since I already re-rolled the other. Yep. Oh. Okay. And one last one.
You got it.
There we go. Forgot about that little symbol in that one. So, now that I've successfully solved this clue, I'm going to toss this card away, and I get to go over here to the ghost card. There are 7 pieces of evidence, and there's 7 clues. What will happen is I'm going to flip over one of these pieces of evidence and see what it does for me. So it's like a little orb here. So that's matching one of these seance symbols on this card. We're not going to talk about seances yet because it's not going to come up. But basically your goal is to try to collect all 4 of these symbols because it's going to benefit your investigation later. We'll talk about how that'll be when the time's right. So that was all of my actions. So it's over to you, John.
Yeah. I'm going to try for this one, the camera cobweb. And I'm going to save the camera and the cobweb. And I get this item. It's good for me.
And you get an item, and you get an item. Everybody gets an item.
So I got the watch, which I can ignore timers. Amanda, if you want to show them that.
Yep.
I can ignore timers. So that's actually really cool. I can go to Amanda's room over there, and so I think that was my second. I'm gonna go in here for my third. I'm gonna remove this off, and now it's Amanda's turn.
Okay, let's see where I'm at. I am in storage room 18. I'm afraid of the cobwebs. Like, I'm afraid of the cobwebs.
I can go get that one, the timer.
Okay. I will attempt the 3 eyeballs then. And I will go ahead and utilize my magnifying glass for the extra.
Yeah, so now she can use this roll for the whole icon set if she misses. And she got it.
And I got
Because that's how she rolls.
it! And I got an item!
Ooh. Nice.
Move that out.
Yeah, we're going to get all these items up front. That'd be cool.
And I got the skeleton key. Once per turn, reroll any amount of key dice during an unlocked action.
You are the key master over
I
here.
am!
I'm not sure if we're going with the one movie reference or if we're going with the Ghostbusters reference there. I guess Ghostbusters makes most sense.
Ghostbusters was the one that was on my mind when I said the key master. I think you have 2 actions left, right?
Yeah, because that was my first. I don't want to hang out in that room anymore, so that was 1, 2, and I'll go here for 3.
Or you can refresh your magnifying glass.
Can I do that with it being, like, when I hold it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it just counts as an action.
Well then, I will...
What's that, Brian?
I was going to say, the way I envision it, you walk by this drawer with shiny magnifying glasses, and yours is all scratched up, and you just kind of smash it across the ground, throw it with the rest of the debris, and put one of the shiny new ones.
Well then, I will do that. I'm going to keep the cube just here, just so I have it.
Yep.
Okay, so back to attempting to open the door. There we go. So, gonna hold on to that one.
Yeah, I always click off and then back on and see it easier.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Woohoo!
I'll move the door for you.
Thanks.
Brian opened the door for you. What a
So
gentleman.
inside. So
Okay, I didn't open the door.
Oh no. I'm gonna try to search for this, so I just need a cobweb. See what happens.
You can always you can hold shift 2 and drag.
Yes.
Select, but that's good too. Got
So
it.
I got it.
Woohoo!
So is that nothing?
Nothing here.
No items.
Now move the clock.
All right. Say, I think I'm just going to try to uncover as much as I can. So 1, and then I'm going to try to search in this room and get an eye and a camera is what I'm going to roll. I'm going to... I called it.
Are you just cycling the board out? There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm psyching the board out, psyching the ghost. There's nothing there. That's okay. And then I will go over here with my third and last action and kind of just stare at these evidence that I can't do anything with yet.
All right. And I'm going to not just stare at the evidence, I'm going to roll for the evidence here. And I miss. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going for the double eyeballs. You have to claim what you're going for. I got those, and I couldn't save dice, so that's fine. Special item. Okay. Fine, since you're so good at this, you can explain special items.
All right, let's see
Ooh.
the summoning book. Let me see if I can look at it. So, play this card on any turn to allow you or another player to re-roll summon dice as a free action. Discard after 1 use. Now, we haven't talked about this other set of dice that are just kind of sitting over here, but these are the summon dice that are referred to. And at some point in future actions that we'll talk more about once the ghost starts appearing, you'll be able to roll these dice, and basically the summoning book allows you a re-roll of those once per game. That could make the difference between winning and losing depending on when you need to utilize that item. So it's a good
And then
item.
one thing, when you did solve that clue and got the evidence, you also gained 1 summon die.
Yes, that's correct.
So we will get to that. Oh, is my turn over? That was 1, 2, 3, and a miss. I'm done.
Let's see.
Did I start my turn in that room, or did I move in that room?
I think you were in. I think no, you were in that room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I got one more. So I'm gonna go for the camera, and I didn't get it.
Oh no. All right, let's see. Go for 1. Go for 2. And I will attempt the. Is it single camera? Single camera.
Eyeball.
Oh, it is an eyeball.
Isn't the eyeball really just a camera for the human body?
And since I have the magnifying glass, I will go ahead and use a 4th
For
one.
one eye, you're gonna use it for one eye.
Oh, maybe not.
Remember, each 50-50. Watch her not roll.
Exactly. And then I'm gonna blame you, John.
I've seen it happen. I've seen all cobwebs come up.
What?
I'm sorry, but I mean, 50-50.
Okay, one more reroll.
So
There
we
we
didn't
go.
actually say, but there are 3 eyes on each of the blue, 2 camera, and 1 cobweb. So that kind of tells you your percentages of getting things. There's nothing there
And
anyways.
nothing there.
Was that your?
That was my 3rd now.
Yeah, Erin's turn.
Because I
and then
moved there and rerolled, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna move out for 1. Try to open this door, which is another 2 keys. So that's 1.
You got it.
Here.
It doesn't like me. Okay, so it was my 3rd, so I'm done.
All right.
Brian, do your magic.
Oh no!
Something in the air feels a little different. The environment, the asylum around you is trying to prevent you from, pressing forward. So at the 12, we will advance the clock, hit 12, and now the environment is going to start interfering with our investigation. We'll take one of the environment cards, flip it over, and read what it says.
I knew it was going to be that one.
I'm sorry, what?
I knew it was going to be this guy.
Oh no!
Okay, we're kind of spread out a little bit. So, basically, depending on the type of environment card that comes out, it's going to affect us in different ways. In this case, we're going to discover a corpse somewhere in the asylum. Somebody go ahead and roll a die so that I can talk through that here in a second. So roll a die.
It's right next to me. Here, I'll just. I got a camera.
Okay, so the camera tells us that the corpse is going to be in bed ward 4. That's room number 4, which is right beside me. How I walked beside this corpse and didn't notice it, I have no idea.
Just laying in the bed there.
Yeah, it was just lying there. I thought it was somebody just sleeping. So what the corpse does to impede the players is it's going to reduce the number of actions we're able to take, essentially. So you still have 3 action points. Again, I'm calling them action points to perform 3 different types of actions, but only 2 of those may be non-moves. So that means you can do 2 search actions, but you cannot do a third or a reroll or anything like that. But you can spend all of your actions moving. You can do 2 searches and a move. You can do any combination. It's just anything that's not move you can't do more than twice. The way
And
we resolve getting rid of the corpse is if we enter the space with the corpse, we automatically start dragging it, and we can perform move actions to drag it out of wherever it's at and take it back to the entrance. Now, when we're doing this, we cannot perform a run, which I haven't talked about because no one's done it yet. But I guess I'll talk about it now. So, run, anytime you do 3 movements, and that's all you do in your turn, you actually may move a 4th space, basically going with that momentum to get around. Basically, you're doing nothing else but moving, anyways. But when the corpse is here, you cannot do that. You were about to say something, John?
you can run, you just can't run with the corpse.
Right.
Like, I was gonna say, have Amanda read the flavor text at the bottom.
Man.
It would help if I unmuted myself. An unbearable stench permeates the air.
There you go. That's wonderful.
All right.
And now for the real deal.
Okay, and in addition to the environment messing with us, and maybe it wasn't the environment, maybe it's really the ghost, because the ghost appears somewhere in the asylum. More specifically, this case, in room 15. So each of these room cards are going to represent one of the numbered rooms on the map. And there's only ever one of any given room. So this is going to tell us that the ghost has now appeared in room 15. We'll grab the little ghost pawn, which is there, and a little red marker. What the red marker is telling us is that the ghost has already spawned in this space and may never spawn here again. It's kind of a way of helping us kind of play more strategic as time goes on, because we are racing against the clock. Once that room deck is empty, it's game over. We know we basically lose, and you get to finish out your turn, but that's basically it.
Yeah, and there are 20 room cards. However, because there's 4 people playing, you have to remove a certain amount of cards in the beginning of the game. So we had to remove 11 for 4 players.
Yep.
So there's 11 rooms we don't know about.
Yep. So we'll just toss that card off into space. I like this little
It's
background.
near me, Brian.
Okay. I guess you're going to be handling it while I'm trying to get a corpse out of here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1 action, 2 action, 3 action, and I'm just dragging the corpse with me.
Cool.
Actually, Amanda could, on her turn, she can get this corpse out of here if she wanted.
Yeah.
All right. But now it's on to
Me.
John's turn. And
All
John
right.
is near the ghost.
I'm going to move into this space here and do the prove actions now.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do something with the ghost. Yeah, so once this ghost appears, there is text on here. Each ghost has a ghost hour ability. It's something that immediately happens when it appears at midnight, and then there's a lingering effect. So the merge with shadows, which should have happened right before my turn. During the setup of the game, we place these little search markers on this little board or section of the board. And that's only when ghost mode appears, so actually we're fine. But basically, once the ghost starts appearing more frequently later in the game, what's called ghost mode, we'll start flipping these over, and the game will become a lot harder because we have to solve these in addition to all of this.
And what those are just additional search markers like these on the board that you just flip over.
Yep. And its lingering effect, which is an effect as long as it's on the board, is no +1 for sharing a space with other players. So if you happen to be on the same space with another investigator, that investigator gets an additional blue die whenever they're performing prove actions on the ghost. Well, basically, the shadow prevents that, and you don't get that extra die for sharing the space together.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit harder, but you can still use magnifying glasses and equipment.
So I'm
which one of
going
these are you going
I'm going for the first one, the one you can't save,
for? Okay.
the eye and camera. I got it.
All right.
Woohoo.
So he got it. We're going to put the little blue marker on that one, indicating we have already solved that. And now he's going to move on to another.
The next one. You know what?
Can only do that.
What's up? No, I have one more action. I moved in. I moved because the move was the first action. So I'm gonna roll. I guess I'm gonna go 3 eyes. I don't think I'm gonna. Oh wow!
Oh
Whoa!
my.
Yay!
I did. I was gonna. There we go.
Good
The
job.
turn is over.
That was a good turn.
Yeah, so a little disclaimer. On Tabletopia, everyone's able to go and play against the child ghost, which is the easiest in the game. And we contemplated playing against the child so you wouldn't see us lose, but we decided we were going to step it up and show you what a medium difficulty ghost would look like. So while we're doing okay now, things could change really quickly, and you can see us all get our butts kicked.
We haven't talked about ghost mode yet, but we want to avoid it with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
And I wanna mention with the shadow guy, he kind of reminds me of the shadow figure at West Virginia Penitentiary. Like anyone that's watching that's into paranormal, like myself, West Virginia Penitentiary is about 2 hours north of us, and there's like a long corridor close to their cafeteria area, and they've seen a shadow man in like a doorway, and it's been like documented by like different paranormal groups all over the nation, and every time I see this guy, I'm like, oh, it's like West Virginia Penitentiary.
You know what? I will tell you where I thought this guy up from. Poltergeist Part 2, that old man with a hat.
Oh yeah, the creepy guy.
And that, I didn't want to rip that off completely, so I just turned it into a complete shadow. Because I like the whole like, creepy hat kind of idea.
Nice.
And mixed with shadow people. But I think my turn's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to just move this corpse out of here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to toss him down the body chute.
All right.
Erin's
Well,
turn.
now that part is gone, so we'll take this environment card, throw it away, and now everyone can act as normal. That card's a lot worse if the players are not where they are close to the corpse. So we got really lucky.
Now, Erin, you could technically move to me and get one action, but one. I mean, it's gonna be tough to get any of those symbols there.
I'll try it.
And magnifying glass could help. So she's gonna move 2 spaces and then try one prove action because she can still use.
Since you're in the room, do I get 4? of
No,
blue?
so
No.
technically, if this was a different ghost, she would get an extra die for being on my space with the ghost too. But because this is a shadow, his lingering effect does not allow eating. That's what it's called. I explained that right, Brian? I mean, my game. You're doing better than me.
I run a lot of games, and I've ran this like 9 times in the last 8 or 9 times in the last week. So
And it's good to get a break from a different ghost here too. So that's awesome.
yeah.
So Erin,
I'm gonna try 2 eyes and a camera.
yeah, notice she's specifying what she's rolling for. So I don't know if Amanda wants to click on the ghost to show people what she's going for.
Yep.
So 4th one in, second down, first one, right?
Yep. Okay. Nope.
You would have got the last.
Right, this one. But okay,
Okay.
that's my turn. And actually, that ends the ghost on the board as well.
Well, Brian, you just control the clock. This way, we're not like fumbling with each other.
Okay. So at this point, the ghost despawns because all the players have acted. So the ghost only stays up for 15 minutes, basically, long enough for all the players to go. And then the clock will advance. Sort that out a little bit. And now it's like nothing ever happened. The corpse is gone, the ghost is gone. But I'm in a different room. There's nothing to look at. I'm sorry, what?
I proved the ghost a little bit.
Yeah, no, we definitely made some progress.
And I think so. As I designed this game, I talk about proving ghosts. Well, what does that mean? I think of those symbols, those icon symbols you roll for prove actions. Those are like camera snapshots, and when you get every single icon, you got your pictures, and that's how I thought of that.
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense. So I moved from this room up, rolled to go through this door here, which only needed one lock or one key. Did it. That was my second action. I can move in here for free, and I'm going to try to get those 2 eyes. And I do. And we have another clue come out. I mean, we already burned through one, so we might as well get a new one out. So, Amanda, you're up.
Clue.
Oh wow, that's a tough one.
Oh, that is a tough one. You may have found evidence of the supernatural. You just need to get a closer look.
And your eye's going to explode. I hate when the eyes explode. All right.
Expansion.
Expansion's eyes explode. And luckily, let's see. Can I even do that one? I think it has too many icons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I had a magnifying glass, I technically have a free prove or solve action, but I don't have a magnifying glass to possibly get all 4 of those icons. So my turn is over.
All right, me. Aaron, are you going to continue north? I'm going to just go back in here and roll for a camera. And I got it. And an item. And I'm going to flip that over. And the flashlight. I get 1 free search. 1 free search action per turn. So if Amanda want to show that to the people. And then...
So camera, it works the same way, but just with a different action. And that's why each of the 3 blue dice abilities have the different names. So then we have different items that make sense for the abilities that they enhance.
Like right here. Here's my end of my turn, but I'm going to use that flashlight to search the toilet. I found something. Found an item in the toilet. All right, I'm at my 30 item limit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I might. I feel bad for Erin. I might. You can come take one of these if you want.
Yeah, I'll just wait till you guys have to drop them and I pick them up.
Or whoever gets the other one with the add die, I might give this item to that person, depending. But this is good with the watch too. My turn is over, and I have a 3 item limit, by the way. You're only allowed 3 items, but you can hold as many special items as you want, or can. It's just 3 in the game. Yeah, once I get a 4th item, I have to drop it or give it to somebody else.
Unless it's that beautiful investigator's bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the special item that the item that he just picked up allows you once per turn to upgrade one of your eyes to a camera, one of your cameras to a cobweb. So where the cobwebs is only a 1 in 6 chance, with this item, it basically makes it a 50% chance that you could get a single cobweb, if you utilize that item. But again, it's 1 use per turn, but it's very powerful.
Yes. Anyone commenting on the stream?
I don't see anything yet.
That's okay.
Yep.
I'm here to answer anything you want. Amanda's turn.
Okay. Well, I'm back at the entrance because I tossed the corpse down the body chute. So, I'm gonna do the run action to get to where the clue is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's my turn.
Erin.
Okay. I'm going to move 1, 2. I'm going to try to get this while I'm down here. So see if I can get an eye and a cobweb. Yeah.
Woohoo!
But let's see what it is.
You get an item.
Oh, I get an item.
There she goes.
I've gone games where I've never like. Sometimes you never get an item, so.
That's one of the better ones too. Oh, good.
Oh yeah, an extra one. Is it
That's-
for all?
Yep. Basically, anytime you have a blue a roll that requires blue dice, you have an extra one.
Not for
So,
environment.
Yeah, not for environments. That's true. Those cards typically tell you not without using items. So yeah, that is powerful.
Yay.
That's the end of your turn and the end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time advances forward, and I'm gonna leave this room and let Amanda have fun with that. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and
I'm feeling good about this game here.
Hmm?
I'm feeling good about this game. The way we're not revealing too much at once, it's
Yeah, it's kind of a slow reveal. All right, so I'm gonna go after the upper 2 eyes, and I did
Got
it.
'em.
There's a clue. And Amanda, your job is up.
Clue.
another hard one.
Yes, it is. You may have found. Yeah, let me start again. You may have found evidence of the supernatural. You just need to look a little closer.
Yep, there goes the second eye.
Yep.
All right, and that is
all
all.
play the text of those 2 cards are the same. That's it for your turn then, right?
Yes, because while I could technically try that clue, I don't have enough dice to succeed.
What about because your third turn's action's done, but you can't. Your optic camera doesn't give you a search. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Watch this awesome move. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I'm running, I'm going to use my flashlight for a search, and I can upgrade with the watch. So that is fantastic. So I'm going to roll for that cobweb, and I got it anyway. I didn't need the watch or upgrade, and I got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But the actions you performed were more exciting than the item would have ever been anyway.
Yeah. Yes, that was great. I wanted to upgrade though to show them. Amanda's.
Okay, I'm going to attempt clue number 2, which is the solve the following to reveal is an eyeball, 2 cameras, and a cobweb. And I'm going to utilize my magnifying glass for that extra.
This lasts for the whole icon set. So
And that's key dice, okay.
that's the purpose of the glass. Oh.
So I got that, got the 2 cameras. I just need
Aaron,
the
I would tell
cobweb.
people to re-roll the eyeball.
Do what?
I always, because eyeballs were 50-50, I always, at least for the second roll, maybe re-roll that to hope for attempt at the cobweb. You know what I mean?
Well, the only problem with that is you still have to get an eyeball, so you still have to roll the 50% on the one eye plus the 1 out of 6 chance.
Yeah, but you have 2 chances to get a cobweb, and then it's easier to get the eyeball if you succeed. But
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go that route.
hey, Amanda, I told you to roll for don't use a magnifying glass, and you failed the one time.
Yeah,
so
I'm hoping your advice redeems itself this go around.
Oh, jeez. What's gonna happen if? Oh, see how close you were, and now you got one more turn to roll an eyeball.
That was a cobweb. It just rolled.
That is the physics of.
Woohoo!
Did I redeem myself?
You redeemed yourself.
All right, so we have solved that clue. I'm gonna throw that clue away over here, and Amanda's gonna pick an evidence token.
You took the
and
middle
get
one
her
before. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's take this one. Ah! I didn't mean
Oh
to do
no!
that.
Oh god!
I didn't see it.
You broke the game.
I did. You shuffle.
Match.
Can you shuffle them?
Yeah.
I won't look. You can play
It's fine.
the cup game. Shuffle them all around.
I lost it already.
I'm just gonna sit here and do it until it's my turn.
So that should be my turn because that was all 3 rolls.
Brian, at what point do you want to talk about the summon dice? By the way, for more in depth, like pulling and summoning, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until. Cause I'm gonna wait until we're in a position where a pull action makes sense.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing in my other demos.
And people are gonna be like, well, "How much more is there?" I was like, "Honestly, there's only 2 more things to talk about: the pulling and summoning, and the seance."
Yep.
And the ghost mode.
That's the thing. We keep them watching by not giving them everything up front. If I tell them everything at the beginning, they can go away and go watch something.
It's gonna keep them watching. Is ghost mode is super exciting, but we can't tell you until later.
Exactly.
And we were trying to avoid it with this ghost, by the way, too. So you might not enjoy it. Go, Erin.
Okay. There's 1, 2, and I'm gonna try to open this door over here. So I need 2 keys.
Actually, that's a perfect corridor for Amanda because you have all the keys.
And she
All
doesn't
those
have keys.
Yeah.
times 3.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So, and then I move in.
And-
So that was 3. So I'm done.
all right.
Time advances forward. It's back over to me. I'm going to attempt these 2 eyes here. Toss those away. I have to go down and get me a magnifying glass. All the cool kids got them.
I'm the only one that does.
Amanda. Well, that just means you're cool. Okay, now I'm
another
gonna have to
clue.
stop searching for these. I was hoping it wasn't gonna do that again. Amanda, tell us.
Be a clue.
Clue.
Yeah.
You may have found evidence of the supernatural. You just need to get a closer look.
Yeah, they're all the flavor texts that I maybe can vary it up for the final.
All right, and there is your 3rd eye poked out as well. I mean, it's a good thing it's on your forehead. Okay, so this one I could do. I still have. Let's see. That took me 2 actions to do that. So I have an action. I'm going to use my free action with my item to attempt to get 2 cobwebs and an eyeball. And my 3rd action as a reroll. And go get it. Alright, that is my turn.
All right. I don't want to steal Erin's thunder over here.
Well, you can go to another door.
I'll probably
Like,
put
that's
a door.
required 3, so have at it.
2. There.
Woohoo!
And I'm gonna open that, and there's a secret passage there. Brian, you want to talk about that?
On each of the maps, and I say each of the maps because in the game there will be actually 2 boards. Well, 1 board that's double-sided, so there's actually a map on the other side of this board. You just can't see it. And on there are going to be these little secret passages that allow you to basically fast travel across the map. The only thing is you spend 1 move action to go from one side to another, but once you reach the other side, you've walked kind of a long ways. You may no longer perform move actions. The exception to that is, let's say you did move over here, you still had actions left, you opened a door, you still get the movement through that door, you just can't perform actual standard move actions.
Cool, and that's an
Other
FAQ.
things for life.
Cool. My turn is. Oh, I can do a free search.
Yeah.
I can do a free search, and I'm gonna go for the what is that? Triple camera, or double?
That is triple.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was 2, but you know what? I'll do it. So I got 1 free search, and I can upgrade, but I still need the other camera. So I can upgrade with this item. But my turn's over. I didn't make it.
That's fine. You're in a good spot. You can always fast travel on the other side now.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's go into room 9. So that's 1 movement, 2 movements. Let's take a look. Let's attempt the 2 eyeballs and camera. And I'm not going to utilize my magnifying glass. Okay, I got the 2 eyeballs, but I don't have a reroll. 1, 2. Yeah, that was my 3rd. That's my turn.
Erin.
Okay, so already in the room. Gonna try to roll a cobweb. It's 4 because of my handy dandy item over here.
Oh, yeah. Brian gave you one.
That's fine.
So 4 cameras. That's 1. Cobweb.
And a clue.
And it's a clue.
Another clue. So I'm going to now talk about something that's, well, after Amanda reads, which is different text.
Ooh, different.
Oh, yeah.
Clue. While you were searching, you hear several eerie sounds and ghostly wails. You feel under pressure trying to find evidence of the supernatural.
All right. So we haven't talked about ghost mode, but we are slowly creeping towards ghost mode in 2 ways. So ghost mode is a time in the game when basically you're at that half point in the game when everything starts getting faster, things are more chaotic, and the ghost will actually start appearing every 15 minutes rather than at the top of the hour being the only time that it appears. That'll trigger in one of 2 ways. We either flip over all the clues, and all the clues that are possibly in the entire map is already revealed, flipped up. That causes ghost mode. The other way that we prefer to cause ghost mode is for the seance symbols on the ghost card, for those evidence tokens to all be revealed that are needed. So we already have 2 of those. We have the, I believe that was an ectoplasm, and then we have the orb.
I think it's blood, but yeah, ectoplasm sounds perfect. Yeah. I like that better.
All right, and then you've got the foot and the watching eyes. So basically, once we get those 2 pieces of evidence from these tokens, that also causes ghost mode to happen. But it also unlocks the special ability, which we'll talk about when we unlock it. But now it's at that point in the game where we want to start being a little more strategic with what actions we take. We don't want to necessarily leave too many items uncovered, but we also don't want to cause ghost mode to happen. So we might find ourselves trying to solve more of those clues, so we just don't reveal them and have all these excess clues all over the map. But depending on your group, your strategy may change.
And you have 2 more turns, Erin?
No, I've got 1 more, so I'm going to try to go for the clue. Which
1 more? Do you miss the first roll?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, because I got 4 cameras from the first roll.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, 1 more roll. And I got it.
All right. So we go ahead and throw that out of the way. And grab one of those tokens, point to whichever one you want, hover over it, and hit the F key.
I'll go here.
Yeah, that's the one I'm over.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, yeah, I want to lock this card real quick before I accidentally flip it over. There is text on the back of this ghost card, but I can absolutely see myself flipping them by accident.
I kind of feel like we should have read that at the beginning.
You probably should have, but at the same time, maybe it's like we've now got the conclusion, and we're now telling our story which led us here. It's kind of like the after. Yeah. Just however you want to think.
You'll read the back of the card after the game.
We probably, realistically, we should have probably read it at the beginning, but I'm trying to cover up the fact that we didn't read it at the beginning by saying it's for the documentary. All right, so that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
Time advances, and things again feel a little eerie in the environment. Why? Because, Amanda?
Watching eyes. All players lose 1 clue die on all search, solve, and prove actions on their next turn. Discard this card after everyone has taken their turn. You get the feeling that somebody is watching you.
So basically,
use items on. Oh, never mind. No, never mind. Just sorry.
nope, that's fine. So basically, until we all complete an entire action or our entire turn, we will be working with 1 less blue die or the clue die. Yes, probably on purpose that they rhyme. So basically, once all players have taken their turn and time is advanced 15 minutes, then this card will go away. But until then, it's going to put it here so then we remember it.
I was thinking about another card.
And the ghost is going to appear in room 14, near where it appeared earlier. Weird. So we go over here to the left
Leaving
corner.
a trail of breadcrumbs there.
Ooh, seriously. Well, at least we know it won't show up back down here again.
Yep.
Except in 11 and 16, 12. Yeah, there's a whole lot left in this corner.
11, 12, 15. But in that corner.
Yeah, but not behind that door. And that's all that's important.
Do you know where he's not going to show up? The toilet.
He couldn't show up in this toilet.
True, but not down here.
That's true. All right. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and talk about the pull action, because this is a time that we would actually start considering it. So you have access to another action on your turn that you may perform whenever the ghost is on the board. It's called the pull action. This is basically going to be used whenever the investigators are a little too far away from the ghost to be able to perform any actions. They could attempt basically risking rolling the white summon dice over here to try to pull it. As long as one of the dice that you have available in your pool, so you'll basically have a number of those white dice equal to how many evidence tokens you flipped over. As long as you get at least 1 summon symbol, you're going to be able to pull it. And there's only 1 summon symbol in each of the dice, so you have a 1 in 6 chance of it succeeding with each die. So when you pull the ghost, you will pull it 2 spaces through open floor space. So basically, where it is now, it can go 1, 2. However, let's say that there was a door here. At this point, it can only go 1 because it can't pass through the door with 1 action. But if it was here on 15, a pull action could pull it through the door, and that would use up all of the pull strength for that. But you can perform the pull action as many times as you want, but the risk is, if you don't get at least 1 summon symbol on a pull action roll, then the ghost disappears, and you've given up all opportunity to try to prove it on that turn.
I know, so good. I just got the chills. Creepy chills. Like pulling the ghost, and that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Is that what you were going to try to do, is pull them, or are you going to...
You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't go ahead and pull it. I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I
no
wouldn't
one
do
can...
anything.
No one can get to it, but I could potentially at least pull it closer to the 2 of you and give you an opportunity. So I'm going to do it. Grab these dice off of this card so don't accidentally grab too much. Give it a roll.
Aww.
Anticlimactic. Now, if we wanted to, we do have access to the summon book that would allow me to reroll that. We're not going to do that because it's not worth it at this point in time. But that is where the summon book comes into play. You could discard that item to allow a reroll to occur. But again, you increase your chances the more evidence you find. So I tend to leave that until a little bit later, or until you've only got a few prove actions left on a ghost, and it then may be worth the risk of giving up that really good item. But
There's also
Mhm.
But
Yeah, if
I'll
it's a
move
summon,
that.
that's even better.
You can bring that up in a little bit.
Yeah. I'll do that once we get a fourth die and it makes a little more sense to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was one action. Let's see. I have clues. I have 4 in my room with me, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do my free action because I can do that to get an eye and 2 webs. I'm not going to get it on the first try, but I'm going to get it on the second try. Let's see if I can jinx the dice. Huh. Okay.
But
3
you also
webs. I
lose
didn't
one
expect.
clue die on your search, solve, and prove actions.
Oh, yep. So we'll just throw that one away. But I roll all cobwebs, but that means I
Correct.
can't possibly do that. Yeah, I would probably not have done that, but that's okay. We'll just say that I realized in the middle of solving that that environment card that I said I was going to not forget. I forgot. And move down here. And that is my turn.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna try this. I know, Aaron, you have 3 dice, but I'm gonna try the. Whoop, that's not a roll. Let's try the triple camera.
Well,
And
do you have an extra die?
oh,
You're suffering the same thing I was.
okay, scratch that. I can't do anything that turn. I'm just gonna move. Whoa, I'm gonna move over here.
Well, you could do something down here.
Yeah, the designer is making mistakes here. Okay, so I can't move anymore, but I can do 1 eyeball. So I'm gonna roll these 2. All right, and I got that. And flip it. And you know what? I'm gonna use that. I forgot to say, I'm gonna use that as a free search with my flashlight.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got nothing here, and that was 1, 2 free search. I got 2 actions left. I'm gonna open that door, move in, and go for the toilet. And I'm gonna upgrade with my item. Upgrade the
Nice.
That's how you
camera to.
effectively use items.
What's that, Brian? Oh, I had it.
So that's effective use of items right there.
Nothing here.
Hey, at least that means somebody flushed the toilet.
I'm gonna share this this live stream on my Facebook.
Go for it. All right. Yeah, you should be able to start like a watch party or whatever. All right. So that was all of your actions. So it's over to you, Amanda.
That takes 4. I wouldn't have it. That would take 3, and I do have that with my magnifying glass. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and attempt number 4. I think that's number 4. Yeah, that's number 4. And I need an eyeball and 2 spider webs. And I'm using the magnifying glass for that 3rd one. Oh, that's my turn.
Hey, but you're at least in position for the next turn.
Very true.
Okay. I'm gonna move 1, 2. I'm gonna try to open that door. So that's here. Maybe. There we go. No, because that's 3, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's a 3.
Okay. So
Alright.
that's my turn.
That's fine. We're all in good position. Clock advances. The ghost was already gone, but these watchful eyes finally go away.
Woohoo!
That is good. Said I don't want to flip things over, but what do I do? I mean, I could
You
go
can
up
come
here
back
help
up
you
and
with-
try it. Clue 4.
Yeah, I probably should have stayed there last turn.
Everyone's
I
scared.
realized for anybody watching, I did leave one action on the floor last turn because I forgot I did the first action with the item. So anybody who's like, you forgot something. Yes, I realized like after I said my turn was over. All right. So 2 webs and an eyeball. That's so 2 abs, eyeball, so close. That was with my free action, so now my second action, because I moved 1. Okay, I keep rolling cameras. That die is broken. And that is my turn.
I would have saved that eyeball, or like re-roll the eyeball. I'm gonna go here and go for the free search with my flashlight. That's 1 free. I'm gonna re-roll for my second action, and for my third action, re-roll that, and I missed everything. Go Amanda. See, we can technically still get 1 clue because no matter what, we're not going to get the 4th seance to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attempt number 3 to utilize my last of my magnifying glass. I will have 4 dice. And I already forgot what I needed for that one.
Oh, what do you need?
Want to be for everything.
2 cameras, 1 eyeball, or 1 camera, 2 eyes, 1 web.
Well, I got the 1 camera.
She's taking my advice. Hey, there you go. Now you need a cobweb.
I am gonna just save that one, and I'm gonna reroll this one. Woo!
Oh wow! And sometimes she proves me wrong.
All right, that was on the
Number 3.
third one. That goes away. If Amanda's going to go up there and get us.
I went this one, but I'm not touching it.
It is some sound.
Good. Get a 4th die.
All right, and that was all of your actions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, gonna move into the room and try to search the 3 cameras. And I can use all my dice.
I have faith.
See what happens.
Oh!
Okay, so that's 1.
Yeah, faith for good.
Okay.
Hey,
2 cameras. We're going to hold on to those. Ah.
Where'd he go?
No.
I think it might have went to her hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see it in the hand, but I can't touch it. At the bottom of your screen, there'll be a little blue marker. Just grab a hold of it like you do with anything else and just drag it onto the board.
There we go. Okay.
I'm gonna turn off the hands eventually in this mod. I think.
Yeah, you don't need them.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo!
Camera. See what happens. Nothing. But that's okay. Yeah, it says nothing. Okay.
See it for your turn?
Yep. That was
All
great.
right. Time advances. I'm going to attempt the eye in 2 webs. Huh.
What?
You just get it?
What?
I in 2
Okay.
web?
Yeah. Huh.
Ow.
What is
Alright.
this sorcery?
Power roll. All right.
Eyeballs.
There we go.
Okay.
So now, interesting. All right, that
This
was
is like the magical balance.
1, 2, and I still have an action left because doing that was my free action with my camera. So I guess I'm gonna try to find me a camera and a web. I didn't. But that's okay. And
All right.
it is my turn.
So strategically, you don't really want to get that 4th one yet. But we also, if we search too much, I mean, we can find 1 more clue and be fine, but you don't want to get that 7th clue because it goes in that ghost mode as well. So, other chances are things you could do are summon them, so you can avoid environment cards So that's an option too. So as we have 5 dice, we can try to summon a guy.
So basically, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about the summon action. So summon action gives you a little more control over when the ghost is going to spawn. You can declare that you're going to perform a summon action, take all of your available summon dice, roll them, and as long as one of them comes up the symbol, then you summon the ghost. Now, what'll happen is you'll draw a room card just like normal, and it'll spawn in that room. But you immediately get an opportunity to pull the ghost, not requiring you to do any rolls. You can just simply pull the ghost. The benefit to that is, you have a little more control when the ghost is going to appear. The downfall is you burn through that room deck a little bit more. But depending on where you are in the game, if you're all kind of loaded out with decent items and whatnot, it's a risk worth taking. So, I guess that's what we need to decide. Do we want to do that on our next turn?
So maybe we could try it because I like the idea that everyone's in a different location. Kind of. Well, we're kind of all next to each other. Like if he shows in room 11, I can pull him towards Erin. Anywhere else, pull him towards us. Because I don't want to get the shadow with the environment card at midnight. Who knows what that's going to be, and we still have a lot of symbols to go through. So, what do you think, guys? Should I just do it just to show the audience? Or wait?
Well, wouldn't we want the first player in the turn order to do it?
So maybe on the next. Well,
It doesn't matter because as long as it doesn't hit midnight, if it gets back to it still goes back to me. Like I take the summon token here, and you get a full round still. It's just if it hits midnight, any summon is canceled. That's why
that's right.
You can't summon at midnight. So if you do it like 3 or here, you're fine. Even.
Yep. I forgot about that. That is correct. Yeah, do it. Let's show people what a summon looks like.
All right. I'm gonna take all these dice and maybe Amanda can move the camera over there and roll them. If I get one token, I don't.
Is it summon book time?
A summon book. Yep, I'm gonna use it because was a lot of risk. So I'm using my summoning book to re-roll these. Got one.
Yay.
I think it was an item that was required or for the shadow or recommended, right? Summoning book.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So now
recommended items.
I'm gonna take the room card. Sorry, Brian, I did it.
Flip
it, and he's gonna show up in room 13.
Ooh.
Verse 13. It's right here, and I can pull him 2 spaces towards you guys or me. I might want to put him towards you because there's 2 people where you are, and Amanda doesn't.
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda doesn't have any really good. You can't aid with him. The only thing she could do is, unless I run over there. I can't do that here. Let's see. I pull it towards me. I got all these cool items I can do. What do you think? I pulled to me.
Downfall. You've performed a summon. If you pulled him, he would only go into room 20.
Oh, because the door.
Yeah.
I thought I opened that door. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a waste.
Go toward them because it'd have more I don't know, more chances.
But still could get that stuff. Like the cobwebs are tough. But since he appeared in room 13, okay, I pulled him towards you, and now he'll disappear in the beginning of my next turn.
Yeah.
So that was my second roll. No, my first because I re-rolled, and then I'll go for the triple I.
Okay. And then I'll talk a little more about summoning.
It was a free search with my flashlight. So I'm going to do that. That's my second. Here's my third. There you go. Nothing. All that for nothing.
All right. So one follow-up about the summon. Had he not got that reroll and still had not, if you ever end a summoning action with all blanks, what happens is you'll take one of the room cards, blindly throw it away, and you'll lose that information that you would have had about. You won't know another room basically that the ghost may have spawned in, and basically you burn the clock at that point too. So
I could have just not summoned and kept going with our turns.
yeah,
It's fine, but then he's showing up at midnight with an environment card as well. I like to summon risk sometimes, so you can get him when there's no environment card, and his ability is ignored. But for him, his ability is in the beginning of the game, which is the 6 markers. So
yeah. I was only explaining it to finish explaining the summon action. That's all.
Yeah.
I wasn't questioning your choice to do it. I think it was good.
I'm trying to explain, like, for people, like, sometimes you can go a game without using summon. Pull is more common, but summon, it's like sometimes it's kind of if you're waiting too long and you figure what to do, and people are get antsy and they're like, you know what, I'll just summon. So that's another. Anyway, I think my turn's done.
Okay.
Amanda,
So
do it.
do I need to be in the room with him to do the rolls against him?
Yeah, you had to be in the same space.
So I will go 1. Let's see, the top 2 has been done. I only have 3 dice. I'm going to attempt the 2 eyeballs in camera. Well, I got the 2 eyeballs and a cobweb. Should have went for that one. Let's just re-roll this guy for my 3rd roll, or my 3rd. Yes!
Yay.
One more down, Mr. Shadow Man.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna go out, try to open this door. Open doors are better. So 3.
Nice.
So my free movement. I'm gonna have 1 more. So either 2 cobwebs or 3 cameras. I'll try the 2 cobwebs. So we're... And nope. So that's my turn.
All right.
Good.
Time advances. And it's my turn. I will spend a action to move here. And I have the item that allows me to get a free proof, so I'm going to attempt the II web.
Other ghosts, he would be able to get a 4th die because Amanda's on the same space as him. But the shadow doesn't allow that.
Alright, II web, close. Second action,
Woo!
There it is.
Yay!
I have 1 action left. I guess I'm going to do web, camera.
Ooh,
Oh.
pretty close.
Okay.
So at the beginning of my turn, since I summoned him, the summon symbol goes away, and so does he. So now, if I did a summon now, at the end of Erin's turn, the clock goes at midnight, and it would get canceled. The rest of the summon. So now I am going to go over here. Wondering, should I keep? Well, we can afford 1 more clue, I guess. I'm going to go for cobweb there. So roll. And I can't even upgrade. That was my free search. Like you got to specify, but I'll use that as a free search. 1. And this will be my first action, I'm going to upgrade that with the thermal cam and get this. So special item. Nice. I'll grab it. So you can have as many of these. Ooh, come on. And it's a talisman. You can ignore the ghost's ability when he shows up on the board.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
I got one more action, and I'll go for the camera. Got it? Nothing. All right. Good.
So sadly, that was a random item brought in, but well, I guess it does do something because we can ignore flipping it during ghost mode, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
anything that has to do with his ability, yeah, you can avoid flipping a search marker.
Yep. Okay. And anything else?
I'm done. I am
All right.
missing my item. Where's my item? I used it. The summoning book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, just so you're aware, you can technically put things out in space. It's not showing a table. If you need more space, you have that out there as well.
That's true.
It's just it just looks like a table. It's not really there.
I'm going to go into room 9 for my first, and I'm going to attempt to unlock the door. So that's 2 locks, but I have an extra. And I got it. So that was 1, 2, free in here, and now this symbol means that this door will automatically just relock once I go into it, correct?
Yep, you just
I like
never lose this piece, basically.
I'm going to attempt this clue here with the eyeball and the 2 cameras. Eyeball and 1 camera. That was 1, 2, that was my 3rd. So that's my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt the 2 cobwebs again. Let's see what happens. Nope, so that's 1. There we go.
Ooh!
Yeah. I needed cobwebs. I had none.
Oh, you're going for those. Oh, I thought you were cameras.
Nope, cobwebs. Special item.
Special item.
Got out. Oh, yay.
Awesome one we have here. That's cool.
All right. So basically, this is allows you. So let's say it's a strange electromagnetic flux is causing the clocks to malfunction. Basically, you can play this at the end of a round to basically set the clock back a half an hour. It's kind of useful depending on when you want to utilize that. It's definitely nice.
For midnight.
Yep. Yay.
Actually, he shows up now, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Is that the end of your actions?
Yes.
All right.
Bong.
Environment first.
Yeah, just getting rid of those cards out of the way. Environment. All right. The dust cloud. Clouds of dust impede your vision. For the next hour, all eye icons are upgraded to cameras for search and solve actions. This does not affect the prove. So this is going to be an effect for the next hour, making basically everything much harder to do. So that's a hard one to deal with.
Yeah, but most of the search tokens are gone. It's the clue you gotta work up.
There's still quite a few, yeah. All
How many
right.
room cards? We only have 6 room cards left.
Yep. Well, we only start with 9, so.
Yeah.
So let me talk about something about the environment. So the game will come with 10 common environment cards that are used in every game. Then there's 5 unique to the Asylum, and 5 that are unique to the other side of the board, which we'll talk maybe about later. But so yeah, there's 15 cards that's always loaded at the beginning for the environment. All right, it is going to appear in room 18.
It's down here.
Where do you? Oh,
It's on the other side of me.
just hulk through the door.
See, and I went up here because I was like, he's gonna be up here come soon.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. I can go 1, 2, 3. I can get to him and get 1 shot at him, or I can pull him, move, and then have 2 shots at him. And then
You could
potentially get to the door.
Yeah, if you pull him, John may be able to get there to at least a roll.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. What about pulling? You said.
Yeah. You'd be in the hallway.
From here, that would be 1 action, 2 action to move, and then I'd have 2 shots at him because of my item. But then you could unlock the door, move through for free, 1 action, move for your 2nd action, and have 1 shot. So we could potentially get 3 shots on him.
Okay.
Or my 1. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna try it. We have 5 dice.
We
That
need
means
more.
I roll 0. Oh no.
Woohoo!
So there's no door, so it's going to pass right through the open space and pass through this open space to end there.
So the mystery note that I have, I'm not going to tell you what that is. We played a game where we had 5 successful pull actions in a row. That was all. And we still lost the game, but
2nd action to move, and then I'm going to. Oh, the big problem is. All right, I'm going to go for the camera web because really those other icons I can't work with without having a magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm. That's why he used a difficult.
Okay. And so close, but so far away. So that is my turn.
All right, if I can successfully roll. Whoop. Wait, do I got them all selected?
Yes.
All right.
Woohoo.
Perfect. Sometimes that never works out for me, but it did. So that's 1, 2, and I'm going to go for the watch.
Yeah.
Cobb.
The time.
And I was gonna say if I got 1 web, I can upgrade. At that, can't get any of that round, right? Yeah. Could Amanda make it there? 1, 2, 3, but she can't do anything. Unless she pulls.
Yeah, she could pull and get 1 shot at it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me attempt that.
And Erin can't make that.
No.
I did.
Got it.
So,
what's that, Brian?
2?
I said, too bad we didn't have the secret passages and such. Oh no, the ghost has fallen over. It's drunk.
So that's 1 action, 2 actions. And I only have 3.
What room was he in? Okay, storage.
Mm-hmm.
They're tough.
Yeah.
If you want the double camera, with a timer. I mean, I don't know. Can risk 1 timer?
Did we get a clock because of this failed attempt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, because I have a timer. I watch.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm like, we don't have any time here.
Yeah, I only have this 1 attempt, so I'm going to attempt this one with the 1 eye and the 2 cameras.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's gonna, because I'm gonna focus on the other ones. Timers if you miss anyway.
There
Did
it
I
is.
do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did it!
Yay!
Wow. Now
Booyah,
we need
ghost.
magnifying glasses. Gotta get
Yes.
those magnifying glasses for this guy.
Well, also, I mean, if I get in a room, I have 4 dice to work with as well,
We just need to make that ghost stop avoiding you.
right?
Did you know this ghost before he passed away?
uh, this ghost and I have such a special relationship. I think I'm
All right. Well, it is your turn.
Okay. Do we want to uncover things still, or? I mean,
No reason not to. I mean, there's still 3 items hiding as well.
okay.
I mean, we'd have to get 2 clues before ghost mode would happen. So I mean, still worth it.
Okay, so I'll try this. I'll go for the 3 cameras. Get an extra one. So 1 camera. Wanna save you. There's 2. There we go.
Whew.
3 cameras.
Cool.
Nothing here. It's quite alright. So that was my turn.
The end of that hour, the ghost despawn. Poof.
5 cards left.
Oh, and the environment. Wait, no, are we done? We did an hour? No, we have to wait. I was thinking the environment. Not done yet.
Yep. Gotta keep reminding ourselves that that's in play. Alright, I'm going to move down, take a magnifying glass, place it all the way over here. And let's see, that was 1 action, 2 action, and like put it in the bathroom. I really don't want to play with those timers down there. Really, where Amanda is where I need to go, so I'm going to go back up. So that's the end of my turn.
I'm going to do the same. 1 magnifying glass for 2. And I'm going to go in here for 3 and do a free search. I mean, we could get lucky and... Wait, that's not... Oh, wrong one. These dice. So free search on the double cobwebs. And I got 1 more. Wait. 1, 2, 3. No, free search. I'm done. Ah, this close.
Yep. At least you're there. You can spend your next turn trying to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda is remember every eyeball is a camera.
Yeah, I don't want to do those 3. I will do the camera spider web. I got a camera.
And yes, that was a camera. Yep. The bad thing about Tabletopia sometimes is the physics of dice touching other things.
Just reroll those 2. Nope.
I always hear the No Doubt song or the spider webs in my head every time I think about the cobwebs in this game.
Yes, every time I hear spider webs, I'm thinking that in my head.
But that takes away from the creepy atmosphere.
Well,
You think Gwen is
maybe
creepy?
sing in a creepy way. All right. Over to you, Erin.
Okay. Now it's like, I think I'm gonna run. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I want to get a magnifying glass.
I hear all the cool kids are using them.
Yes.
Actually, now you have a real. Amanda doesn't have one this time.
Nope.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
not one of the
Brian.
cool kids now.
Nope, she's not. 1, 2, and I'm gonna try for the camera web. Nope.
I was just
That's
saying, no
okay.
one to summon him right now. I can try it again, or we just wait till midnight again and just position ourselves.
I think it would be better to do that once everybody had magnifying glasses.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus, I can always push the time back at some point.
Mhm. Yep.
It's not an antsy move. It's more like, do I want him to show up with an environment card at the same time?
Great.
I just think it's better to do it when everybody has the best equipment, which would at least be one magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm. Well, whose turn? Erin, you're done.
Yeah.
Clock moved. Brian's turn.
I already took my turn.
Okay. And I'm going to do a free search for the webs. And I'm going to do my turn for the webs. And I'm going to do a second action for the webs. And I'm going to upgrade that. That's the web for the upgrade. Take that. And I still have one action left. Ooh, an item. I got to drop something now.
I was going to hold for the investigator bag.
Once per turn, reroll any amount of clue dice during a search, solve, or prove action.
Ooh.
I am going to drop the flashlight in that room. So what Brian's doing is grabbing an item. Amanda, if you want to show them. They're little flashlights that designate where you drop an item. And you position your card over here, and that's the room it's dropped, and someone can come and pick it up for an action. I'm going to move out, and that's the end of my turn. The flashlight at this point, probably no one's going to pick that up. But it does protect you from a certain environment card. Amanda, you are up.
So, what do you all think? Should I attempt the spider web camera, or should I just book it down to get a magnifying glass?
I'd probably get the magnifying glass
Yeah,
at this point.
Book it down.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and I get the magnifying glass.
That would be your
Oh, my next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get that next.
Put that back. Erin?
My turn? Okay. So 1, 2, and I'm gonna pick up one of these.
Right.
So that's my turn.
On
It'd be
the
really great if you could like.
If we had the seance, we could do it right here. You can't aid this guy.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do the camera cobweb. I'm going to reroll those. Did not do it. So I believe. Let's see. You're all in good position, but if I summon the thing now, no, we don't want to do it now anyways. Because
If you would have summoned me, I would have done it on the beginning of your turn, so you had all your actions left.
Yeah. I
Because
thought about that, but then I was like, eh. So let's go ahead and re-roll these two again. And no, I rolled the same thing like almost every time. So I just kind
you
of.
trying to go for? Oh, you're over there. Yeah. Remember, yeah, you're okay. I might want to position myself in case he shows up. Where could he show up? This quadrant
Over
is
here.
Yeah.
Over here.
This quadrant's so empty over here. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and position myself right around here. And Amanda,
Oh. I'm going to just move to I'm just gonna move up. Just in the off chance he appears up here somewhere.
I'll go. Yeah, this is like, where is he gonna up here? Do we want more than one
And
person?
19, 17, 19, and 20. If you go to room 19,
Which one's 19?
Down here with the
Oh, there.
passageway.
Let's see. So 1, 2. Well, I can run. I can be at 19.
all right, that's it. Move the clock. Do the card.
See what the environment is going to be.
Plus some ghosts.
Environment?
Oh,
Fire.
Oh!
Alright, so someone or something doesn't want you here or to leave. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to grab these little fire tokens over here, which have already been laid out.
Yep.
And basically, when you go onto one of these spaces, you just have to spend actions rolling just 3 dice. This is where items can't help you. Basically, roll 3 dice to try to get 1 cobweb to extinguish the fire. And you can't. You're basically stuck there until you can. And the ghost is going to appear in room 12. Which is right here, isn't it? With the fire?
Yeah.
So we got to throw out the fire first.
Yep.
Or,
Pull the ghost.
yeah, who are you going to pull them towards? You guys?
Well, either you or Amanda.
Yeah, because you guys had magnifying glass. Well, she never grabbed one.
Oh yeah, I never grabbed it. Oh my gosh. And I had extra things left on my turn. Crap.
Should we, we can't show the people that we're lenient, right? Nope, gotta do it. I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to allow her to pull that
I mean,
up.
she didn't use all of her actions. I would say do it because she even pre-limit. She even grabbed it early, so
Justifiable.
I'm fine with going ahead and doing it because everybody knows what her intention was.
I gave you one.
Aw, yay.
There's one on the floor next to you.
Everybody gets one.
Everyone gets one flubber.
Ryan, what do you want to do?
Alright.
Because
Yeah,
someone's
that's
got
right. It is my decision. But the problem is that fire. I think we can get the fire out. If I pull it here, 1, 2, but you're stuck behind that fire down there in the bottom as well.
Great.
So really pulling it to where Amanda is the best. Yeah. Pulling it where Amanda is our best chance. I'm going to do that. I'm going to give it a shot.
You tell the people the fire symbols on the board. Oh no! You missed?
So yeah, it's gone. Poof.
Pull him and he failed and he disappears.
Yeah. So yeah, so since we didn't talk about it, the fires appeared where the fire icons were on the board. So it's just to help you know where they go. And that's going to be the same way on the other side of the map as well.
And I have to say, fire used to be a very scary environment option because it used to grow.
Yeah. But then you had to focus too much on each turn. It spread every turn you didn't put it out. And it was just a lot of work.
All right. So
and then your whole game is just chasing fires. So this is easier. So you got it?
Yeah, so I pulled, moved, put out the fire. At least that's one, so I freed up Amanda for her turn when it's her turn. John, it's your turn.
All right. And I'm going to go knock this one out. That one, let's see. And you can't use items on environments like the fire. And I got it. What I had to do is roll a cobweb to extinguish. So there's 1, 2.
Overachiever.
Overachiever, yeah. All right. And now it's Amanda's turn.
Okay, so 1, 2. And let's see if I can do the same type of roll that John just did.
I could have put out 2 fires in that roll.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Well, now there's only one fire left.
That was 1, 2, 3. That was in your turn.
All right.
Okay, so let's see what happens. One cobweb. Nope, so that's one. Well, actually, that's my second action. Yay!
Good.
And
that
they're
fire
gone.
didn't last very long at all.
That's because the ghost. If the ghost was there, I would have been focusing on him though.
It's true.
So the clock goes up.
Yep.
So now we should decide. I mean, we only have 4 room cards left. If we summon them and missed, we're screwed. We could try to at least get the 6 token blue. And then
go ahead and try for another clue then.
Yeah, at least one more because yeah, you could risk. Because we're gonna need the seance with this guy, so everyone's on the same space eventually.
So we need to start finding them anyways.
Yeah, because if we're getting the 4 room cards left, unless we summon them, then we're gonna have to reveal them on midnight.
I really fear that the last clues are going to be up in that upper right-hand corner.
In the morgue.
Yep.
So for the audience, you could just rotate the clock to midnight if everyone positions themselves. It keeps from that wandering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to reveal him on midnight if we can help it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to move and go after the camera web. There it is. Clue.
Oh, it's a clue.
There's another clue we were wanting.
See, I was wrong.
Amanda?
Clue. While you are searching, you hear a click. A faint sound of a timer can be heard in your proximity. Time seems to move faster.
So, basically works like all the other ones, but this one has a timer in it, so if you fail at this clue, you have to take a timer, which we've been lucky so far to avoid. So, that is... Let's see. I do have a free action to do it. Do we want to attempt this one? I mean, we want that other symbol, right? Another piece of evidence.
Well, I mean, the only thing. Okay, so maybe before you saw it, just in case everyone should get closer. We're pretty close, actually. Because if it is the evidence token of the footprint and he goes in the ghost mode, then we want to be close to each other.
Right.
Well, or spread out.
Yeah.
Well, if it goes into ghost mode, we probably, because we won't know what rooms.
Yeah, 17, 19, 20, whole quadrant I'm in. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is there's a lot of unknowns in a 4-player game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to try it. Best case is we get the seance symbol that we need. Well, best case is we don't get the symbol we need, and we still have one clue out there to try to find to get the seance symbol. So, let's see. 2 eyes and a camera with my free action. Missed it.
We get a timer, too? Ooh, maybe I should go after that thing.
Yeah. Good thing is we had none anyways. That was my last action, so I can't do anything else anyways. So it's your turn.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that was my turn.
I don't know what to do. Oh.
Position yourself, just in case he might show up. What would be her strategy here? He's going to show up in... I mean, you got a bit of time. We're all going to wait for B probably to solve that clue there.
I just don't know where I should position myself to
Well, you got the whole left quadrant too.
Yeah.
Remember, you can just end your turn and move to that point. Just wait it.
True. Let's go up here to room 2 and see what
I mean,
goes
it's
on.
not like a child. It doesn't close doors on you. So, all right, Erin.
I might stay put.
Okay.
I think I will.
Move up the clock.
Time advances. Let's see. If I flip that over, and it's the clue, ghost mode happens, but if you come over here and solve this clue and it's the symbol we need for seance, it still happens, so there's really no reason not to do it, I don't think. Best case is we find one of those last 2 items.
There's 2 items? Okay.
Yeah, the investigator bag and the boots are still away.
So what, you going after the clue?
No,
He's
I'm
going after
the
the
Oh,
item
yeah,
one.
yeah, okay.
which I got.
All right.
Which is an item. I'm actually okay with either of those items coming out.
I like the boots.
I like the boots too, but I also like the investigator bag. So
Bring
the
it.
investigator bag is so it does not count as an item itself. It allows you to carry an additional item. Basically, you'll be able to carry 4 items and the investigator bag and 2 magnifying glasses. In addition to that, it gives you one of the pick up, take, give, exchange item actions for free. So similar to the other item or the other items that give you a free action, that's just giving you a free version of that item action. So that's cool.
And that was Brian. Actually, you're the one that modified that to make it better.
Yeah.
All right. And are you just gonna go through the door, or are you done?
That was his.
All of my actions.
All right, here I go. 1, and I'm gonna roll my 1, 2, 3 dice for 2 eyes and camera. 2 eyes and a camera.
Woohoo!
Oh, so this is the moment of. Oh, well, at least people get to see what this is. So we just covered all the symbols. Now we're going to be in pull out our hair mode. So, Brian, you want to explain?
Yeah, Amanda, I think you and I were playing tug of war over that clue icon. Can you try to grab that? Because I couldn't.
I don't even see
All
it
right.
on there.
Oh, okay, maybe it's just stuck on my view. Okay, so now that we have found all 4 of the seance symbols, and seance symbols are different on each ghost, 1, the ghost goes into ghost mode, which means every 15 minutes it will appear. It'll appear the same way it does the night hour, except we won't draw an environment card. That only happens at the midnight hour. What it gives us the ability to do is performing a seance. Seance works a lot like the summon, but a lot better. So if we choose to perform a seance, before the first player takes their turn on a round, they will declare, I'm going to perform a seance. What happens is that even before the ghost appears, normally you'll declare that, and then you pull the ghost to the space where the players are. That allows you to kind of just basically go all out on trying to knock out
the first player.
Prove actions.
It's where the first player is.
Yeah. Generally, I mean, every game I've played, you've always moved everybody together, anyways.
Yeah.
So basically, also during the seance, turn order does not matter. So players are free to move around and do whatever order they want to take their actions. And it does not require any of the rolling of the dice. You just basically pull it up. It doesn't require you to draw a room card, so you're preserving your rooms. The downfall is it is once per game, so it is very powerful, so make sure you use it well.
So I think, with 4 room cards, we have 1, 2, 3, half hour left. And I think it's good.
Do we want to
Will you wait till it goes to? Yeah, wait till the end of the round, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll pull the clock back, at least to avoid midnight for the rest of the game. So, with that said, I have one turn left. Where can everybody meet? We want to get anything more? What else? There's a boots. No, I might.
I don't know. The boots may not be worth it at this point. I mean, sure, chasing the ghost around, but with only 4 cards left, anyways, it's gonna be tight.
I'm going there, and Amanda.
I'm muted. 1, 2, 3. I can get here if I run.
Also, Brian, he shows up. He's going to reveal his black token search marker.
Yes, I was gonna do that whenever we got there.
Okay.
So, where are we gathering? Here, we're... Okay.
Probably one of these two, I'd say.
Yeah. I'd say go in the room, because then you're closer to the numbers when he does appear.
Then,
Yeah.
there we go. That's my turn.
Not all there yet. And you cannot do a seance on the ghost hour either.
Right.
So, this is where you can play that radiometer, and you ignore his ghost. Is that right? I can't remember that one.
Yeah, basically ignore any activated ghost mode and ghost hour effects.
Oh, good. That's perfect. So we can bring that back to.
There.
You go back to midnight. You don't move the clock and then move it back, because that's only 15 minutes.
Well, we were here, or we were here at the end of that last turn.
Right.
Just
So go back to midnight.
Huh? Am I wrong about that card? Maybe I'm wrong about that card.
Because otherwise it only goes back 15 minutes. So you play it right away, and it goes back.
Oh, at the end of a round. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Before you set the clock.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, like, people were doing that too. They would move it and then move it back, but you're only losing 15 minutes.
Gotcha.
So, cool. Now everyone can move on their spaces.
Right.
Oh, and you can no longer summon the ghost during ghost mode either.
Now, technically, doesn't the time now move to the 15 minutes though?
Oh,
Because now we're at the beginning of the next
we'll
round.
just use the radiometer. Now it just cancels all movement of the clock.
Okay. I've not been playing that one correctly, so that is my bad.
Maybe we just need to. We'll rewrite that card then.
Okay. All right. So do we want to focus on just getting in here and then on the next turn do the seance?
Yeah, because he'll go in. Well, yeah, when it gets to 3. So everyone get on this space right here. So Brian move in there, Amanda, and then he'll move the clock. Everyone will stay put. Is there anything that you want to do in this round other than get to that space?
Probably not. I mean, again, the boot's the only thing that's missing. Everything else is going to be. There's going to be one clue card left, and the rest are going to be nothing. So you'll have one item, one room, and then nothing.
And for him, only to pull, you only need this extra die if you want to pull with 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amanda move in. Clock moves up. Now, do we want to keep the turn order? Because, like, I have some good stuff here. Oh, so maybe explain to what we're doing.
Yeah, so now we're going to perform the seance. So basically what will happen is we declare as a party that we're going to do it. We'll grab this and place this here. So we've got the seance because we have all 4 of these icons revealed. So it just appears where we are. I don't believe any of its effects trigger, and we just basically have a full 15 minutes to just try our best to prove as many of these icon sets as possible.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to go first?
I mean, why don't you go first? You got all the good stuff.
All right, then I'm going to use magnifying glass, and I'm going to get an extra die. All right, and let me go. I'm going to go for the hard stuff. The bottom one, the 2-eye camera cobweb first. The one beyond the last one. This is roll number 1. Okay. And let's upgrade that to that. So that's done.
That's one.
One. I'm going to go for the next one. So actually, well, whatever. I'm going to go for the timer. Let me do the timer. And I'm going to use another magnifying glass.
Okay.
Because there's a new icon set. So this be turn 2. I'm going to use this to re-roll. Still turn 2. I got that one.
Nice.
In turn 3, I'm going to. Sorry, guys, I'm stealing all your thunder.
Okay.
I'm
I don't want those little tokens flip over, so let's do it.
So I'm going to maybe go for the 4 eyes. That's almost too perfect to get that. I feel like I need some variety. I'm going to try the 2-eye camera cobweb. Okay, that was my turn. And remember, I had this talisman too to ignore his ability. We
Oh, yeah,
could
that's
take
right.
this. So who wants to go next?
Can't upgrade on that one.
I did upgrade
Earlier.
in the first roll.
Okay.
So someone could take my item if they want.
Yeah, I was going to actually mug you with my bag. I was going to put the bag over your head and steal your thermal camera, I think. Do either of you want to go first?
You can go for it.
Go for
Okay.
it, Brian.
So throw the bag with John, grab his thermal camera.
The bag is a free take action or exchange or whatever. Exchange
And
take.
I'm going to go for the camera web since I have that item. And I'm going to use one usage of my camera's going crazy. One usage of my magnifying glass.
Erin can get 5 dice.
Alright.
And that will allow, so that's web camera. Not quite. So that was my free action, because I used my free action with my optic camera to do that. So this is my actual first action of the round. Second action. Third action. Show up on this camera.
We're going for the camera web.
Yeah, camera web. I didn't get webs. I couldn't even upgrade enough to do it.
Man,
That was bad.
you should be a lawyer instead of an investigator.
All right, it's over to you two.
Erin, would you like to go first?
Sure.
And do the 5 dice because then do the harder stuff. Save Amanda for the 4 eyes because she has she doesn't have any equipment.
Are you calling me Four Eyes?
So should I try the 2 eyes, the camera, and the cobweb?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could win.
And I get 5. So I'm gonna use my magnifying glass.
This is where it gets intense because if we lose this seance, then he's gonna start flipping over those search markers.
No pressure, though, John.
I had to make it exciting for people. People want to see it.
A camera and a cobweb. I got 2 eyes. No.
Well, you had click off first.
I had a cobweb too.
I click off first, and then back on.
Well,
you can use F to flip if you want.
Okay.
Put these. You want the 2 eyes, right?
Yeah.
On this one, let's flip until we get a. There we go.
Okay.
Now you need a camera, right?
Yes.
This is turn 2.
This is turn 2. Got it.
Woohoo!
I'll put the marker. Now you have camera double cobweb.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you use a magnifying glass, right, for the first one?
Yeah. So I'll use it again. Why not? Oh,
I have to in a way. Let's see, or else we're gonna tough rolls.
eh. So I'm going for camera and 2 cobwebs.
Oh,
Nope.
all right, Amanda, you're gonna be the savior at this point.
Yeah. Gonna
I mean,
use.
she could lose an action and get an item from you, Brian, or me, but at the same time,
Yeah, I
the
think at
wings.
this point, just chances of rolling would probably be best.
Yes.
Did you use your magnifying glass?
Yeah, I put a marker on it.
Good.
Um.
What do you do?
Since I am a Four Eyes in real life, I'm gonna go for the Four Eyes in the game. I got 3 of the 4.
Yeah, now you're 3 eyes, so
Ah, same thing.
oh, uh-oh.
One more.
Your audio keeps.
You can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. So seance is over. Now the the crazy part happens. He starts showing up every 15 minutes on his own terms. Other things happen.
All right, so time advances. We flip over our room card. He is in 19, all the way down here.
Okay, and then we have to do something on his card.
Yeah, now that we are in ghost mode, his merge with the shadows ability is going to kick in. And we basically flip over one of these, and we now have another set icon set we have to complete before we can win the game with him. So now we have 2 eyes and a camera. So that makes it a little bit harder.
That's why someone's got to get that 7th. We got to be able to pull him now. Better. So maybe some people could search for the 7th clue. Ooh, this is gonna be with how many room cards left? 3.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna try pulling him
Do it.
because I don't think anybody can get to him anyway. So here
This
it
is
is.
where the game gets crazy.
There we
Yes.
go. 1, 2. Now technically, you all could at least get 1 shot on him, or I can attempt to pull him one more time, giving you all your entire turn. Is it worth giving up 3 for the chance for 9 actions?
Is it worth? I mean, come on. What is it like? 1 out of 6 die. We have 6 dice.
Yeah, I mean the percentage is not terrible.
Just good. I can ignore his ability when he shows up next time. This
yeah.
tell. So we could. So Brian's gonna take another pull.
Yes.
Pulls. That was 2 actions. I still have my turns, so I'm going to use my free ability. I'm gonna go for the eyes. I'm just gonna go for the eyes. I'm gonna use another magnifying glass. Actually, no, that's dumb. I should go for the other thing. I have the optic camera. I'm gonna go camera web.
Good call.
Well, close.
You upgrade.
Well, you can upgrade.
Yep,
Upgrade
optic camera. Optic
Cool.
camera.
That was your free solve, right?
Yep. So I have 1 action left. I'm gonna go for the 2 eyes and the camera. I'm gonna say.
Hold on, because you can use a magnifying glass to get the 4 eyes, where me, I don't have one anymore. So I would have to go for the 3 attempts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's still 2 other players that have magnifying glasses and stuff.
But yes, true. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to try for that. So, eye camera. Because I knew I wasn't going to do it anyway. So there's still something for you to do, John. All right, that is my turn.
And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do. What's this? Okay. I'm going to go for the double eye cam. Okay, I'm going to do a free reroll. I got that. And I can't do the other one, so I'm going to go 1, 2 into this room.
Good
Okay.
call.
Actually, we don't need a blue marker. We can just pop that off.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right.
Amanda.
There were 2 hands.
All right. Well, I'm going to utilize another magnifying glass.
You can totally beat him like right now. It's all on Amanda. All the pressure's on you. All of it.
Ugh!
Okay, you have 2 more turns, and then Erin has hers.
Great.
There it is.
You won the game.
So, as it was starting to get a little more tense, Amanda finds the last piece of evidence that we need to be able to prove that the shadow, the haunting of this asylum, is indeed real. And all the skeptics who were skeptical now have to believe us because we have solid evidence. And then they pay us big money to go search other places like museums and opera houses and other random places to find more more proof of hauntings.
We're going to show them all our evidence of cameras and cobwebs. We should read the back, though.
Yeah, let me unlock that. Let's remove all these little tokens so then can read them. Let me unlock it and give it a flip. Amanda, go for it.
Hang on. There we go. Bureau of Paranormal.
Speaking.
What?
Yeah, we couldn't hear you.
Oh. Am I? Let's go.
Now
Okay.
we got you.
Bureau of Paranormal Investigation Confidential. Case file, Shadow. There have been reports of this dark entity in this area for as long as anyone remembers, but nothing is known of its origin. Why is it here? Or how long has it been around for? There may have been something tragic or horrific that happened that triggered it. Sightings. There seems to be 2 different accounts of the specter. Some have seen a mass of very dark shadow floating through unoccupied areas of the building. Others report seeking the shadow in the shape of a man, walking around and lurking in areas off the beaten track. I gotta move my hand is out in the way. Findings. At last, or at least, we know what we are looking for. We have a picture of the man-shaped shadow from one of the witnesses. Hopefully, our hunt will prove just as fruitful. Bum bum bum!
And in the air, the big confirmed stamp comes down and stamps right over the file. So, since we didn't touch on this in the beginning, another thing, usually you'll want to look at the back of this in the beginning. Don't be like us and try to cover up the fact that we forgot to do this. But on the back, it'll tell you the special items it recommends loading out with. So in this case, it recommends the radiometer, the talisman, and on the newer card, since I forgot to load the latest one, it'll say 1 random item as well. And then it'll give you a nice little helpful hint on how to deal with that ghost. And all of the ghost cards are set up this way. Where on the front, they have what your challenge is, and on the back, it'll have this little flavor text, helpful hints, and special items. And that is Skeptics.
And all the fonts are updated on the new card. Everything else looks good. Anything else to...
Well, let's show them a few more of the environment cards. We only had like 4 come out. So we'll show them 3 more just for fun. So we got Terrible
That would
Well.
have been perfect for midnight. Yeah. right when we all had magnifying glass.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been
So this
horrible.
will basically shatter everybody's magnifying glass because of a terrible sound that's heard, shattering everything around. This one is false evidence. What happens here is basically if you'd recently had solved something. Let me make sure I'm reading the right one because I know there's one other one similar. Let's see. Place a discarded clue search token face up on all unsolved clue tokens on the board. Players must use solve or search actions. I cannot talk. On the game icons to rediscover the clue. If the ghost mode is active, when this card is drawn, ghost mode always remains active. Basically, we spent turns finding the evidence. We just basically have to find it again.
Yeah. So you had to research the icons that this was on to activate the clue again.
Yeah, and that's only on the unsolved one. So any of your solved ones, that doesn't affect that. This one is horrified. For the next hour, players lose one summon dice for all actions that require the summon dice. Discard this card at the next ghost hour. So you basically have this feeling of fear overwhelming you. So basically, where we were doing pulls and summons, we would have one less die to work with. This
And
is
I
a
Keep
one.
the
I
yeah
will
one more.
I will say the artwork on this card is also in the Kickstarter video, and it creeps me out when I see the ghost coming.
Yeah, Aaron didn't see that yet, did you?
No.
It's pretty good. And this one's hit on the head. Something comes out of the shadows and hits you on the head. Basically, all players in a numbered room. So obviously, there's 20 numbered rooms, and then a number of rooms that are not numbered. In this case, all the players that are in a numbered room at the start of their turn rolls 3 dice, unaided by any of the items, and is hoping to get a cobweb. If you don't get at least one cobweb, then you are knocked out and basically lose that turn.
So originally, you couldn't wake up until you rolled a cobweb, and my friend Curtis, if you're ever watching, he was knocked out for like 6 turns, and that's why they changed the card. Just you wake up the next turn no matter what.
I think that's better. I think it being knocked out for too long. I think the fire is hard enough, but at least it's avoidable. But yeah, if you were knocked out and were basically,
He couldn't roll a
a lot of
cobweb.
people not liking the game after that.
He couldn't roll a cobweb. The fires, are easy, and you can keep rolling to try to knock them out.
Right.
Well, I want to be a little more secretive with these. So people have to play to see what those are.
Yeah, so that gives you a little more flavor. And like I said, there's 7 more that we haven't revealed here. There's still 5 more that's part of the other map. So there's still a lot of unseen things here. And then this item that we didn't unlock was basically the rubber boots. You get 1 free move action. You can't add the free move along with a run. You're basically capped out at still 4 movements or 4 spaces you can move per turn. So you can't do a run and move extra for this one. So that's really all it is.
There's going to be 4 ghosts with this. The child's the other one on the Tabletopia, and then 2 stretch goal ghosts, which are mysteries. But anyway, I think that's it. It's coming on 10.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts and prayers for the Shadow?
So as John mentioned, this game is available to play on Tabletopia, which is where we're playing this right now. On there, you will be going against the child ghost. It's an easier one, so it kind of eases your way into it and gives you a little taste of the game. But like you said, there is in the box going to be a total of 6 ghosts and a double-sided map, giving you 12 different combinations just in ghost and board combinations, on top of all the randomness that'll come out based on the order of the room, environments, and so on. So there's lots of replayability with this game.
Kickstarter next Tuesday, October 27th. Yep.
So we'll make sure we put a link along with all the places that this video is streaming. So please go sign up to be reminded about the Kickstarter and consider backing it if it seems like your style of game.
It is your style.
Yes.
All right.
Just in time for spooky season.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Brian.
And I'm Amanda.
And
we're the WVGamers.
We're outside each other. Night, everybody.
I'm the designer and Erin's the playtester. All right. Thanks, guys.
And thanks for watching, everyone.